All right, vets, let me break this down in plain English. Washington just dropped a $3 trillion mega bill. It's been dubbed the Big Beautiful Bill, probably by someone who's never dealt with the VA wait times or filled out a 526 Echo Zulu. It's packed with tax cuts, budget shifts, and healthcare shakeups. But what does that mean for you? The guy who spent 10 years in uniform, 2 years with back pain, and all them times waiting on hold with the VA. Today, we're going to break down what the Big Beautiful Bill really means for your taxes, healthcare, VA benefits, safety nets like SNAP and Medicaid, and most importantly, how to use the opportunity to stack your VA claim like a pro. Because that's how you turn a single 10% condition into a full retirement strategy. Now, if you're wondering how to actually pull that off, like which secondaries connect, how to lay out your nexus, or what evidence the VA can't ignore, that's exactly why I put together the Vet Rating Guide. It's a step-by-step battle plan I wish I had when I started. No fluff, no legalese, just real tactics that help you get rated right. So use the link above to get it. Now, first things first, sound off in the comments if Congress gave you $3 trillion to help veterans, what's the first thing you'd fix? Here's what we're diving into today. Why some veterans are getting tax breaks. Who's at risk of losing Medicaid or SNAP coverage. How this bill affects your VA access. And spoiler alert, not much yet. And a no-nonsense way to increase your VA rating using legit secondaries. This isn't partisan. This is tactical. So let's roll. All right, so this is a $3.1 trillion reconciliation package passed on July 4th, 2025. Here's what it changes. Permanent tax cuts for tips, overtime, and family-owned businesses. There is a $150 billion increase in defense spending. $734 billion in tax cuts to Medicaid over 10 years. Tighter SNAP eligibility. Expanded R&D and veteran-owned small business deductions. And I'll drop my sources in the video description. So yeah, it's beautiful if you're the Pentagon or a CPA. But if you're a vet on fixed income or juggling multiple benefits, you'll want to listen up. If you're working hourly, freelancing, or building a business, this bill might help. Overtime and tip income? Now you're taxed less. Have a side hustle or LLC? New deductions apply, including R&D, family support, and equipment write-offs. Disabled veteran business owners? You may qualify for service-disabled veteran-owned small business perks and new write-offs. And here's an action tip. Use the IRS Gig Economy Tax Center and the VA's Veteran Entrepreneur Portal to align your hustle with these breaks. Now, this is where it stinks. $793 billion in Medicaid reductions over the next decade. Stricter eligibility, including work requirements. Fewer waivers, 4 states to extend coverage. SNAP, which is food stamps, now has tougher income verification rules. Now, this matters because some veterans, especially 65 and older, low income, or with dependents, use both VA and Medicaid. Now, if you lose Medicaid, the VA doesn't always cover the gap. Out-of-pocket expenses can go up fast, especially for dental, long-term care, or vision. Now, here's where things get vague. Yes, the bill includes $150 billion in defense funding. No, it doesn't directly increase VA benefits or medical access. Now, some funds could trickle down to VA support services and facilities. Most VA-specific improvements will come from separate appropriations. So if you were hoping this bill would reduce your claim wait time or upgrade the criteria at your local VA, not yet. Now let's talk power moves. Say you're rated 30% for migraines. That's your primary. But migraines can trigger anxiety or depression, sleep disorders, GERD or IBS from medication, tinnitus or light sensitivity, secondary neck pain. Every one of those could be a rateable secondary condition. Now here's a real world example. Samantha, Army Intel, had 50% for migraines. After years of getting dismissed, she used a private IMO, which means an independent medical opinion, and stacked anxiety at 30%, GERD at 10%, sleep apnea at 50% with a CPAP, and now 100% permanent in total, working remote, making bank, and mentoring other vets on LinkedIn. Here's an action tip. Check out the vet rating guide at simplevetbenefits.com. It walks you through stacking step by step with real examples. So here's who wins and who loses with this bill. The winners are working veterans, especially hourly or tipped roles, veteran entrepreneurs, families using child tax credits or claiming dependents. Now the folks at risk are the veterans relying on Medicaid or SNAP, low income, disabled, or rural areas. Anyone who counts on the VA combo of VA plus civilian safety nets. It's a bill that gives with one hand and takes with the other, and leaves a lot of vets asking, was this even for us? So here's what you can do right now. Check your Medicaid and SNAP eligibility. Don't let coverage lapse unexpectedly. Document every condition that might tie to your primary rating. Explore small business tools through the SBA, IRS, or VA vet resources. Use your vet rating wisely. It's a key that unlocks a lot more than you think. So here's the final sit rep. The big beautiful bill might help your taxes, especially if you work or hustle. But if you rely on safety nets or need better VA care, the real upgrades haven't arrived yet. That's why your stacked VA claim might be the most powerful move you make right now. No politics, just strategy. So get the vet rating guide from simplevetbenefits.com. Check out your medical status and appeal anything denied. Use your rating to build income, protect yourself, and fund your future. All right, now, if this bill has you feeling like you're missing something, you probably are, because there's a whole playbook of VA rating secrets they don't exactly advertise, but I do. So click on the next video and let's crack that open.